Hey everybody, Tim here with today's review of Doctor Who, a very special one. Not a story per se, but it's the Children in Need special Dimensions in Time. I gotta say, it is amazing. Like, it is a really, really good story. It's kind of the 30th anniversary special on top of it, but absolutely loved it. Thought it was great. And it's kind of amazing that it's less than 15 minutes, broken up into two parts, still less than 15 minutes for both of them. And just like, it almost takes longer to talk about it than the length of the thing. So for basically, God, there's so much to talk about. I'm like overwhelming myself right now. So it's like I said, it's a special, and so when 3 shows up to the door to kind of talk about it, I know that it's a crossover with like the soap opera or whatever, EastEnders. I have never seen a single episode. I'd never even heard of it before this. So I watched it like 2 or 3 times just because so much goes on, and I had to like look for everybody. And like, you can kind of tell anytime they run into somebody or meet them and start talking to them, like the camera focuses on that person and you're like, okay, so that's definitely a character from EastEnders. Why it's a crossover, I don't know, because they never even say EastEnders. They just talk about how it's a Doctor Who special. But so we see Ronnie captures 1 and 2 with terrible like wax sculptures of their heads or whatever. It's so bad, but so good. Tom Baker, of course, does not really participate. He literally phoned it in. And so to see him like do it on the microphone and stuff, which, I don't know, he has such a bitter relationship with Doctor Who that when he does come back, it's such a big moment. But for this one, I don't know, it was a little disappointing that he wasn't actually like running around with everybody else. But I like how it's just him sending out the warning, like, hey, this is what's going on. And he's like, they've already captured 2 of my past selves, the grumpy one and the flaunty one. And the Ronnie, she hates children. And I'm like, oh God, it's so over the top. And so the whole story is bouncing back and forth in time between 73, 93, and 2013. And you just see the Doctor and his companions just change and change and change. We see 7 and Ace, which is great to start with, since they're the last ones that we really saw. Then it's 6 and Ace, 3 and Mel, 6 and Susan, which was great, because Susan was like yelling for Ian and Barbara, and you're not the original Doctor, you're not my grandfather. And so it was great to see Susan. To this day, I still hope to see Susan like make an appearance, especially now. Like, how great would it be to see Susan in 13 and be like, grandmother? I would lose my shit. I'd be the happiest person on the planet. 3 and Sarah Jane, which it's always great to see Sarah Jane again, especially with her overalls and everything, and her in 3. 5, Nessa and Perry. And then this is when they like release the menagerie, and we see all of like the different, like you see a Cyberman, you see I think a Sea Devil was in there, or a Sontaran I think was in there. Random Time Lord Exhibit A. I don't even know why, but it was great. And then that's it. That's the whole first part. After already all of these characters. Part 2 immediately with 3 and Liz Shaw, Mike Bates and Bessie, which again, I still want to see Bessie make a return in New Who. 6 in the Brig, Lethbridge Stewart. This is the first time that the Brig has met 6, which is huge, because that means Nicholas Courtney has acted with Doctors 1 through 7. He wasn't the Brigadier in the first Doctor. He played a completely different character. But at least, can you imagine, like, Nicholas Courtney got to share the screen with all 7 Doctors? That's mind-blowing. Like, that has to be, like, a world record or something. It's phenomenal. So, super jealous of that. Romana, I don't know, she was kind of weird in this one. Like, she didn't really fit in, and she's never with a doctor. She gets kidnapped. But she gets the line to say, like, Doctor Who? So, that was kind of entertaining. 3 in Victoria, which, I don't know. Victoria's, like, starting to get way towards the back, and I was like, I remember Victoria, okay, with Jamie and the second Doctor, but still, I was like, didn't do anything for me. 7 and Leela, which it was great to see Leela again, and she's wearing like yellow clothes, but it's obviously not like the Savage skin clothes. So I was like, oh, like they're trying to make her look hip, but it clearly has been like 20 years. Ace makes her return, and then finally K9 is the last one that we see. So it was really exciting, and I don't know, the whole like she cloned me as Romana, so now she has the two brain. Like that was so technobabble. I didn't care. I didn't even pay attention to it, but it was really entertaining. It was really really good. I had a lot of fun. Obviously, I'm a little disappointed that Jamie's not in there because I mean, especially you get Victoria, but I personally like I would have gotten Ian if I could have. I would have gotten Jamie. I would have gotten. I love Adric. I've said Adric's my second favorite companion, which with the whole death thing may have been weird or awkward or something, but at least Jamie and Ian. That's about it. Jamie, Ian, and Adric. I think those three should have made an appearance. I'm glad the Master wasn't there. I'm glad they used the Ronnie. That made me super happy. But overall, I really liked it. I thought it was really, really interesting. I had a lot of fun. Oh, maybe Michael and Polly, maybe, to kind of get more of the first in there. But I had a lot of fun with it. I think this was a great story. It was just what I needed to kind of snap me out of the lull that has been going on for the last couple of Doctors. So, I don't know. If you guys have seen it, what did you guys think of it? Let me know. I had a great time with it. And I will see you guys next time for Doctor Who, the movie.